Welcome to the Wisdom Tribe. If you are here, it is because you have been chosen by God Himself to be part of this tribe, one of the few set apart to receive the blessing within this message. You are not here by chance. You are here by divine calling. Chosen one. God saw everything. He saw the prayers you prayed when nobody else was there. He saw the nights you cried quietly, asking Him to carry you through. He saw the sacrifices you made, the choices you made to stay true even when compromise looked easier. What you did in secret, He recorded, and now He is about to reward you openly. This message is your confirmation. Heaven never forgets. Before we go any further, if your spirit is resonating with this message, type 7 in the comments right now. That number is not random, it represents divine reward. The confirmation that God has seen every silent sacrifice, every prayer, and every act of faith you performed in secret. By typing it, you are declaring in faith that you are aligned, chosen, and ready to receive the blessings that have been prepared just for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Wisdom Tribe. And make sure you watch this video all the way through, because the reward for your hidden faithfulness is about to be revealed in a way you never imagined. Let's begin. Chapter 1. God saw your sacrifice in silence. There were countless moments in your life when you gave and nobody even noticed. You poured your time, your energy, your love, and your resources into situations and people who never said thank you. You showed up when it was inconvenient. You gave when it seemed nobody cared. You stood for what was right, even when no one else would stand with you. You forgave silently, prayed silently, loved silently, and sacrificed silently, often at the expense of your own peace, your own comfort, and sometimes even your own recognition. You carried burdens quietly, held back tears to protect others, and continued to serve faithfully, even when the world seemed to ignore your efforts. And though the world overlooked it, God did not. Every tear that slipped down your cheek in secret, every whispered prayer that you thought went unheard, every act of kindness that went unnoticed, He recorded it all. Every time you held your tongue when you could have defended yourself, every moment you resisted bitterness or retaliation, God marked it. Every time you gave your last piece of strength, your last ounce of hope, or your last resource, knowing no one else would see, God wrote it in His book. Nothing was wasted, nothing was forgotten, and nothing was overlooked. Think about the nights you stayed awake, crying silently, praying for guidance, or seeking answers when you felt completely alone. Those nights felt long, heavy, and at times unbearable. You may have questioned whether they mattered, whether God even noticed, or whether anyone cared, but God saw. Every struggle, every moment of endurance, every act of faithfulness that seemed invisible to the world was quietly shaping you into the person you were meant to become. Your obedience, humility, and selflessness in secret were not meaningless. They were quietly preparing you for the harvest that is now ready to manifest. Every seed you planted in silence, every effort made in private, every choice to remain faithful when the world doubted or walked away was a deposit into a future that is far greater than you can imagine. That quiet diligence, that steadfast faith, that persistence in doing what is right when no one was watching, is the very foundation of the blessings you are about to receive. Your reward is not random, accidental, or dependent on people. It is divinely appointed. Heaven always remembers what you do in secret. Even the moments that felt small, insignificant, or unnoticed were not wasted. They were the building blocks of your strength, character, and authority. The world may have overlooked you. People may have underestimated you. They may have ignored your sacrifice, dismissed your effort, or failed to appreciate your patience. But heaven has always been keeping count. Your silent sacrifices, your unseen prayers, your private acts of obedience, they are all treasures being stored for your future glory. Chosen one, the truth is this: God sees what no one else sees. The work you thought went unnoticed has already been marked for reward. The quiet acts of love, the hidden nights of prayer, the selfless giving without acknowledgement, they are all part of a divine plan that is now coming to life. Your patience, your humility, your faithfulness in the unseen, these are the reasons you are about to step into your blessing. Your secret sacrifice was never in vain. You may have asked yourself, why am I always giving and no one notices? Or why do I keep serving and nobody appreciates it? Chosen one, the answer has always been in God's eyes. While the world overlooked you, heaven kept score. While people doubted you, God was quietly preparing your reward. Every silent struggle, every private victory, every unseen step of faith was being recorded for a purpose. The season of being overlooked is ending. The season of silent perseverance is turning into the season of visible reward. The moments that were hidden will now be revealed. The tears, the prayers, the sacrifices, the sleepless nights, they are about to produce results that will honor God and confirm your faith. Your obedience, your faithfulness, and your loyalty in secret are about to become the testimony that will inspire generations. Your hidden work, your quiet endurance, your silent faithfulness, these are not just personal victories. They are part of God's plan to show the world His power, His justice, and His reward system. Heaven has seen it all. Heaven has counted every act of obedience. And now, the blessing is coming. Greater than you imagined, more powerful than you expected, and fully aligned with the love and purpose that God has always had for you. Chapter 2. Your character was tested in the dark. Chosen one, the real test was never when people were watching. The real test was in the quiet, unseen moments, when nobody was there to applaud you, correct you, or even notice what you were doing. These were the moments that truly defined your character, your faith, and your destiny. The world measures success by recognition, applause, or validation, but God measures success by integrity, obedience, and faithfulness when no one else is looking. God tested your character in the unseen places, the hidden corners of your life where shortcuts seemed tempting, where compromise appeared easier, and where giving up could have felt justified. Every time you faced a choice between what was convenient and what was right, what was popular and what was righteous, or what was safe and what was faithful, you chose the harder path. You chose integrity over comfort, obedience over convenience, and faithfulness over instant gratification. Those choices may have felt small, invisible, or even insignificant at the time, but they were shaping your destiny. Your trials in silence were refining moments like fire refining gold. Each challenge, each private struggle, each quiet decision to do right rather than wrong was purifying your heart and strengthening your spirit. Every act of patience when you wanted to lash out, every moment of restraint when anger rose, Every decision to trust God when fear wanted to control you was building a foundation for the blessings you are about to receive. These unseen choices were forming a character that cannot be shaken, a spirit that cannot be broken, and a faith that cannot be compromised. Character is not measured by applause or recognition. It is who you are when the lights are off, when the crowd is gone, when nobody can see. And chosen one, you passed the tests others failed. You stayed faithful when others gave up. You remained honest when dishonesty seemed easier. You upheld your integrity when others compromised. You continued to serve faithfully when others abandoned their posts. You loved quietly when others withdrew in bitterness. That is why your reward is different. Heaven is about to honor you publicly for what you upheld privately. The discipline, the restraint, the integrity, the courage, and the loyalty that went unnoticed for so long are about to be revealed as testimony, blessing, and divine elevation. People may have doubted you. People may have underestimated you. People may have overlooked your effort. But God has been watching every silent act, every unseen decision, every quiet obedience, and He has been keeping score. Your reward will not just acknowledge your actions, it will honor your character, your faith, and your loyalty. It will testify that God sees everything, even what the world cannot see. The darkness of your trials was not meaningless. It was the very ground where your future triumphs were planted. The secret struggles that felt lonely and exhausting were forming the strength and resilience that now qualify you for open blessings and recognition. Chosen one, take heart, stand tall. Walk boldly into your next season. The integrity you demonstrated in secret, the faith you upheld in solitude, and the choices you made when no one could see are what qualify you for this moment of reward. Heaven always rewards those who remain faithful in the dark. Your season of recognition, honor, and divine reward is at the door, and it will arrive with power, with testimony, and with undeniable confirmation that God has been watching all along. Remember this: the eyes of man may not have noticed, but the eyes of heaven never missed a single act of faithfulness. What you did in the shadows is now about to shine in the light. Every test, every quiet trial, every unseen struggle was a step toward the glory that is coming to you. Chapter 3. You kept the faith when it wasn't easy. Faith is easy to proclaim when blessings are flowing, when everything around you seems to align perfectly, and when the world can see your success. But chosen one, your faith was proven in the moments when nothing around you looked like it would work out, when doors slammed shut, when opportunities were delayed, when people doubted you, and when circumstances seemed impossible. You still believed. You prayed when there was no visible answer. You trusted God even when every plan seemed to fail. You praised Him while standing in the fire, even when your heart felt heavy and your spirit was weary. That kind of faith is rare. It is not loud or attention-grabbing, and it is not measured by public approval. Your faith was quiet, steadfast, and unwavering. It was a faith that refused to give in to fear, frustration, or despair. And that faith in the unseen is precious to God. Angels were assigned to watch over you, to record every prayer, every word of trust, every act of obedience in the midst of difficulty. They saw you worship through heartbreak, stand strong through rejection, and lift your hands even when confusion tried to cloud your hope. Every time you chose faith over fear, patience over panic, trust over doubt, and perseverance over giving up, you were storing treasures in heaven. Those treasures are not abstract. They are spiritual deposits, blessings prepared and reserved specifically for you. What you sowed in secret is about to return as a harvest, and the return is beyond what you can imagine. Think about all the moments you felt invisible, misunderstood, or overlooked. Every time you whispered a prayer when nobody could hear, God heard. Every time you believed in what you could not yet see, He noticed. Every time you worshiped Him in the midst of hardship, He recorded it. And now those quiet moments of faith are about to manifest in your life as undeniable blessings. Chosen one, this is the truth. Your reward is not random, it is not accidental, it is the direct response to your faithfulness. God honors faithfulness in ways that the world cannot replicate. He rewards patience with opportunity, obedience with provision, and trust with divine favor. You have kept the faith when it would have been easier to give up. And now the fruit of that faithfulness is ready to be revealed. Your faith in the unseen, your perseverance in the face of impossible odds, your loyalty to God even when no one else understood or supported you. These are the very reasons you are stepping into a season of blessings that will astonish you. The prayers you prayed in silence, the trust you held on to in secrecy, the moments you kept believing when everything seemed hopeless. They were not wasted. They were the preparation for the reward that is now ready to meet you. So hold on, chosen one. Keep your heart steadfast. Your patience, your trust, and your unwavering faith are about to be validated in ways that are visible, undeniable, and powerful. The treasures stored in heaven are beginning to descend to earth, and your faithful heart is about to receive exactly what God promised. Remember this: faith is not measured by comfort or convenience. It is proven in the storm, and you, chosen one, have proven it beyond measure. The doors that were once closed, the answers that seemed delayed, and the blessings that seemed impossible are now aligning perfectly because you never gave up. Your faith has carried you through, and now your reward is on its way. Chapter 4. You loved even when it hurt. One of the greatest commandments God gave to humanity is love. But chosen one, love is not always easy. It is not always convenient, comfortable, or safe. It is not always returned, recognized, or appreciated. And yet, you didn't just talk about love, you lived it. You lived it even when it was painful, even when it was costly, and even when the world seemed undeserving of it. You loved people who betrayed you. You extended kindness to those who hurt you. You gave your time, your energy, your prayers, and your heart to people who never said thank you, never acknowledged your efforts, and sometimes even tried to use or harm you. You forgave quietly, repeatedly, and without expectation of return. You prayed for people who cursed you, wished you ill, or secretly hoped for your downfall. You chose compassion over bitterness, mercy over revenge, understanding over judgment, and grace over retaliation. That kind of love is not weakness, it is divine strength. It is the reflection of God's heart flowing through you, even when circumstances made it feel impossible. There were moments when it hurt deeply. There were times when loving felt like bleeding. You poured yourself into relationships, into people, and into situations that didn't always give back. You sacrificed comfort, pride, and sometimes even your own peace to extend love where it was not expected, not returned, and often not even recognized. And yet you persevered. You stayed faithful to the calling to love, even when it cost you emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Because of that love, your heart remained pure. You did not allow betrayal to harden you. You did not allow rejection to embitter you. You did not allow pain to steal your capacity to care, to trust, or to give. That purity, chosen one, is what positions you for the blessings you are about to receive. God can now trust you with greater authority, greater responsibility, and greater favor because He knows the power He has placed in your hands will not be used to destroy, manipulate, or harm. Instead, it will uplift, heal, and bless. Love is the truest test of the heart. It reveals your character, shapes your destiny, and aligns your spirit with God's will. And because you passed that test, even when no one was watching, even when it hurt, you are being prepared for rewards that match the depth of your heart. Your ability to love through pain proves that you are ready for spiritual, emotional, and material abundance. You are ready to step into influence, favor, and provision that require a heart seasoned in grace, mercy, and divine love. Every act of love, every prayer for those who opposed you, every choice to forgive instead of retaliate was a seed planted for your own blessing. Each moment you chose love over bitterness, compassion over judgment, and forgiveness over resentment was an investment into your future. Heaven has been recording it all, and God is now preparing a harvest that matches the magnitude of your faithfulness. Think about the countless times you loved without recognition. Think about the times you encouraged someone in secret while struggling silently yourself. Think about the countless hours you spent praying, mentoring, supporting, and lifting others while your own needs were unmet. That is the kind of love that changes destinies, builds character, and draws divine favor. That is the love that heaven cannot ignore. Chosen one, continue to walk in love even as you step into this new season of reward. Your capacity to love when it hurt has prepared you to carry blessings that others could not handle. The elevation coming your way requires a heart that has been tested, refined, and proven through love. And chosen one, your love has passed the test. Your heart is ready, your spirit is ready, and your reward is ready. Remember this: the love you gave in secret, the mercy you extended when it was undeserved, and the grace you showed when it was difficult. These are the very acts that heaven is now multiplying back to you. What was once hidden, unnoticed, or undervalued will now become visible, honored, and rewarded beyond measure. Chapter 5. God saw your patience in the waiting. Waiting is one of the most challenging parts of the journey, chosen one. It tests your faith, your endurance, and your resolve. There were countless times when you looked around and wondered why things weren't happening as quickly as you hoped. You watched others receive opportunities, relationships, recognition, or promotion while you quietly remained faithful, doing the right thing, staying consistent, and walking in obedience even when it felt like the world had forgotten you. You endured seasons where nothing seemed to change. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. The delay often felt unbearable, and doubt may have whispered in your ear. You may have asked yourself, why is it taking so long? Why am I still here while others are moving forward? But in all of it, you continued to trust God's timing. You did not try to force outcomes. You did not manipulate situations. You did not compromise your integrity to speed up the process. You waited. You stayed faithful. You remained patient. And God saw it all. He saw your quiet endurance. He saw the moments when you resisted frustration. He saw the moments when you chose faith over panic, trust over worry, and perseverance over giving up. Every act of patience, no matter how small, was recorded in heaven. Every silent prayer offered in the waiting, every step taken without immediate reward, and every period of quiet obedience has prepared you for this exact season. Patience is not passive, it is active trust. It is the willingness to keep moving forward in alignment with God, even when results are not yet visible. It is the understanding that God's timing is perfect, even when it does not match your own schedule. Your patience has shaped your character, refined your faith, and positioned you to receive what others might never endure long enough to obtain. Now, chosen one, the waiting is ending. The season of delay is turning into the season of fulfillment. The prayers you whispered in silence are rising as answers. The doors that seemed closed are opening wide. The breakthroughs that seemed distant are now arriving with clarity, power, and divine precision. Your patience has been the foundation for a harvest that is not just temporary but lasting and transformative. Do not underestimate the value of what you endured. Waiting refined your spirit. Waiting strengthened your heart. Waiting aligned your actions with divine purpose. And now, the very patience that felt like a trial is about to become your testimony, your reward, and your proof that God's timing is always perfect. Chosen one, your patience was never wasted. It was a silent investment into your future, a quiet act of faith that is now producing visible results. What you held on to in the unseen, what you endured without complaint, and what you trusted God to perfect in His timing is now manifesting in ways that will astonish you. Your season of waiting has prepared you for elevation, abundance, and blessings that are perfectly timed, divinely orchestrated, and fully aligned with your destiny. So stand firm, stay expectant, and continue to trust. The reward for your patience is not just coming, it is here. The season you waited for, prayed for, and persevered through is about to unfold in your favor. Every moment of waiting was necessary. Every test endured was meaningful. And every act of patience was a seed that is now ready to bloom into the fullness of God's promise. Chapter 6. Heaven remembers what people forgot. Chosen one, there were times when people forgot what you did for them. They overlooked your loyalty, dismissed your sacrifices, and failed to acknowledge your efforts. They may have ignored your kindness, belittled your contributions, or taken your generosity for granted. Some may have even betrayed you or walked away after you gave so much of yourself. It may have hurt deeply, leaving you feeling unseen, undervalued, or unappreciated. But here is the truth. Heaven does not forget. God is not like people. He sees everything, even when the world does not. Every act of love, every moment of selflessness, every sacrifice you made quietly and faithfully has been recorded in the courts of heaven. God remembers the prayers you prayed in secret, the encouragement you offered when no one noticed, and the burdens you bore quietly for the sake of others. Nothing has been lost, and nothing has been overlooked. The rewards that are coming are not repayment from people. They are repayment from God Himself. That means no one can delay it, no one can stop it, and no one can take credit for it. This reward is divine, it is pure, it is coming straight from the throne of heaven. It is guaranteed because it is based on God's perfect justice, His unwavering love, and His faithfulness. What was forgotten, ignored, or undervalued by man will now be celebrated by God. Every seed you planted in love, every act of service done without recognition, every prayer offered for someone who didn't appreciate you, it is all about to produce a harvest that is beyond what you imagined. The very things that people overlooked, the things they failed to acknowledge, will now be magnified as part of your testimony. Chosen one, this is a reminder that God sees even what is unseen. He remembers your integrity when others failed. He remembers your faithfulness when others gave up. He remembers your patience when others grew impatient. He remembers your love when others responded with hatred. Your reward is not based on human memory, opinion, or gratitude. It is based on divine remembrance. Heaven keeps perfect record of your life, and what has been overlooked will now be honored. Even the times you felt invisible, unrecognized, or taken for granted were not wasted. They were the moments when your heart, your spirit, and your faith were being strengthened. God was not unaware of your sacrifice. He was not silent while you endured. He was watching, noting, and preparing the blessings that are about to meet you. The season of being overlooked is over. The season of waiting for recognition from people is over. What was forgotten by man is now being remembered by heaven. The favor, provision, and elevation you are about to receive come directly from God's throne. They are secure, unstoppable, and perfectly timed. So stand confidently, chosen one. Walk in faith and expectancy. The reward for your love, loyalty, patience, and service, even when it seemed unappreciated, is on its way. What people overlooked is about to be celebrated by God, and your life will reflect the honor, blessing, and divine recognition that you have long deserved. Heaven never forgets, and now it is time for you to receive what has been faithfully stored for you. Chapter 7. Your secret work is about to become public reward. The Word of God says, what you do in secret, the Father will reward you openly. Chosen one, this is the hour of that open reward. Every hidden sacrifice, every quiet prayer, every act of faithfulness done without recognition is about to be honored. The unseen diligence, the silent endurance, the secret obedience, and the quiet acts of love that no one noticed, they are all about to produce visible, undeniable blessings in your life. This is not by chance, and it is not coincidence. This is prophecy fulfilled in your life. The reward you are about to receive has been divinely prepared. Heaven has been orchestrating this moment, arranging every circumstance, opening every door, and positioning every person so that your faithful obedience and secret labor will be recognized and celebrated. You are about to step into blessings that will astonish you, opportunities that will surprise you, and recognition that will elevate you to levels you may not have even imagined. Your reward will not come because of what people say or do. It will not depend on human approval, applause, or recognition. This reward is coming directly from God. It is divine, unstoppable, and perfectly timed. It is the acknowledgement of your steadfastness, your faith, your patience, your love, your integrity, and your perseverance, qualities that were tested and proven in the quiet, unseen moments of your life. Think of every late night you spent praying alone, every moment you chose obedience over compromise, Every tear you shed in secret and every act of kindness you extended without expectation of return. These were the seeds planted in silence, and now they are ready to produce a harvest that will manifest openly. The favor, blessings, and elevation you are about to experience will not just meet you, they will surpass the imagination of those who underestimated you, doubted you, or overlooked you. Chosen one, understand this. Your pain was not wasted. Your prayers were not ignored. Your sacrifices were not forgotten. Every struggle you endured, every moment of persistence in silence, and every step of faith you took in private is being honored by God. Your secret work is about to become public reward, and the world will see the testimony of your obedience and endurance. The blessings coming to you are not only for your life, they are also a testimony to inspire others, a confirmation of God's faithfulness, and a demonstration that what is done in secret with a pure heart is never in vain. You are about to receive validation, provision, and opportunities that will elevate your life spiritually, emotionally, and materially. What has been hidden will now be revealed. What was overlooked will now be celebrated. What was underestimated will now be recognized. Every silent prayer, every act of mercy, every effort you made in secrecy, every ounce of love given without return, every moment you held fast to your integrity. These are the things heaven has been counting. And now, all of it is coming back to you in ways that will be unmistakable. You will see doors open that no human hand could have unlocked. You will witness connections forming that only God could have arranged. You will experience favor that cannot be explained by coincidence. Walk boldly into this new season, chosen one. Step into it with confidence, gratitude, and expectation. Your elevation has been prepared, your reward has been guaranteed, and your moment of open blessing has arrived. The doors are open, the opportunities are aligned, and the recognition is certain. This is your season to shine, to be honored, and to receive the abundant reward for what you did when no one was looking. Remember this: heaven sees everything. God remembers everything. And now, in His perfect timing, what was once secret is becoming your public testimony. The labor of your heart, the dedication of your soul, and the faithfulness of your spirit are about to be revealed for all to see. Step into it with confidence, for the reward is yours, and it is divine. Even those who doubted, overlooked, or underestimated you will witness the evidence of God's faithfulness in your life. Your story will testify to the power of persistence, integrity, and unwavering faith. Your life will shine as a proof that obedience in secret is never wasted, that faithfulness in silence is always rewarded, and that God's timing is always perfect.